Welcome to episode 2 of
No Thanks, We're
Good.
Good. That's the name of the podcast.
It's the name of the podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I got a little blue this week though. I got a little depressed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, Caroline was out of town, so maybe
That's why you're so depressed.
that was why I was depressed. But also, I don't
Flingy.
know. We kind of did like a Freaky Friday, I think, because normally this time of year,
I'm kind of sad
Yeah.
all times of the year, but this time of the year is really, really hard on me.
usually it is.
But you want to know what it is? I think I'm like so medicated up, and I honestly just can't. I've been lobotomized. Like I can't feel a damn thing, and like I'm really good with that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think like, oh, maybe if I was like depressed, like I'd be a better artist.
Yeah, I think so, honestly.
Oh my god, I think that all the time.
But then
Yeah.
I'm like, but I'm having so much fun.
I think it's fun when
Being-
you're kind of like, up and down. Keeps
No,
you
it's
exciting.
not fun.
No, I think it is, honestly. I think it's like... you
Okay,
know.
well, are you having fun being depressed?
Well, I was depressed for only like a little bit.
Are you over it
Um,
now? You'd beat depression?
I think I'm like coming out of it. But we did switch because when I was like feeling down, you were like
I was like, life's good.
You were
Who
like-
cares?
more, more, more.
How do you like me? How do you like me?
You were like that. And I was
More, more, more. There's a Selena Gomez song from Selena Gomez and The Scene, and I know that you didn't grow up with Selena
I know
Gomez
the
and
scene. What happened to them?
Well, actually, I want to tell you a fun story about how Selena Gomez and The Scene came to be. This is something me and Chris talked about, and this is why Chris was like, maybe you need a podcast. I know like so little about current events, like, and anything
And
about
also
American
I was about to
history.
say, and also like all past events, also not just current events.
Any American history,
yeah.
like,
or world history.
couldn't tell ya.
Yeah.
But like, there's like pop culture moments I know so much about. Do you know about Selena Gomez and The Scene and why it was Selena Gomez and The Scene?
No. Like Destiny's Child? She had her own Destiny's Child?
What?
No, the
No,
scene
it
was
wasn't
her
a girl
backing
club,
band.
a girl band. No, it was like so. Okay, so when the Disney girls were like kind of coming out, it was kind of Tumblr era. It was kind of like side parts. It was kind of grunge, and so as you
Feather in hair.
feather in hair.
Remember that?
Yes, of course.
Appropriating.
Wait, actually, there's a funny story where all of the girls in my group, I got kicked out of my girl group as every superstar does growing up. There was like 3 girls. We called ourselves CAC, because it was our initials. Chris's face.
I was in the brunette brigade.
Cack. We're the Cacks. That's such a gross nickname for a friend
I got
group.
kicked out. I'm sure like their story is different than my story, but I'm not interested in the truth. I'm interested in my story.
Yeah, delusion.
But they like all went and got feathers in their hair, and it was like $60, and my mom was gonna make me pay for it out of my own pocket. It was similar to a sorority when I rushed a sorority, and then my mom was like, "You're gonna have to pay through your own pocket," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not interested anymore," so I didn't do it. And I think that was like the beginning of the end between us, because I like obviously was not. It was like being branded. They were like, "Oh, she's not with us. She's against us."
So the scene.
Grunge music was kind of happening at this time. Like, not grunge, but like pop punk, right? Paramore
Yeah.
was big. Selena Gomez comes out, and I guess like Selena Gomez on Tumblr, like, she was like, a little blue for the Teen Vogue party. And everyone's like, you're not really seen. Like, that was, I guess, a thing.
Oh, the name of the scene comes from like scene chicks.
Yeah.
Like that. Those girls that were like emo.
Yeah, they were like, you're not really like about that life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're Alex Russo. Like, you're not, which is so crazy because growing up, I couldn't think of a cooler person than Selena Gomez.
Specifically Alex Russo.
She had the carpet on her wall.
Oh my god.
She must have had like crazy
the
mold.
wand in her boot. Like everything about her was iconic.
Did you ever watch Wizards of Waverly Place?
No,
Okay.
wasn't allowed. Anyway, can we get to why the scene
Yeah,
was
so
called
basically it was a
Wasn't
marketing ploy.
allowed.
It was a marketing ploy.
They're
It was
scared of
like
wizards.
people don't take Selena Gomez seriously. They don't think she's a real musician. If we give her a band, it makes her look more like she's like more a musician.
Yeah. And
her first album was all of it is so good. It was like punk.
Was that the I love you like a
No,
love
that's like
song,
3 albums in.
baby? But that still was the scene. The scene was around for that.
Yes,
one.
the scene was around for that, but that's like way farther in. This one was like, when you're falling down, you're falling down. That's one. Do you guys know that one?
No. I'm
No.
actually shocked out of my mind right
Naturally
now.
was on that one though.
Yeah. And they got rid of the scene though. They cut them.
They
loose.
cut the scene because
And they're gone.
Selena's not cutting a check for this dead weight.
No.
But sometimes I think about the scene because it is like kind of funny that there were just like 5 guys.
What
on
do they
tour.
even look like? Were they just adult men?
Like Metro Station.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes I think about the scene and I think about, number one, how are they doing? And number
It's
two,
probably a dark.
did they
I'm
make their
looking
own
it up.
music?
Dark. No, I think that they were just probably session musicians.
Where?
They
that
maybe
paid by
were put
Disney.
together, but like
Yeah.
that music was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the scene, yeah, I guess the scene isn't. It's
They're not really a band.
Oh my God, 2021, someone made an article. Whatever happened
To
to,
the
Selena
Scene.
Gomez's band, The Scene?
Half of them are like far right podcasters now.
Greg Garman, drums. He's gone on tour with rock bands Hollywood Undead.
Yeah, he's not doing well. He's not doing well.
So, anyways, they.
The best days of his life were with.
What if he's a
Selena Gomez.
listener?
He's not a listener.
But who knows? They might have not been getting like paid well, so like
Yeah,
they might
probably.
not care. But like that music was so good. Anyways, I'm sorry that you were feeling blue. I do think maybe I should get off of my meds so that because I think I could maybe be famous if I was off my meds.
Why? Because you'll have like episodes that'll make you like.
I just think like maybe the TikToks, the art I'm putting out would just be like more
Yeah.
Another thing that came up this week was we were talking about Reddit because I don't know if you know, like snark pages are all the rage.
Oh my
We're talking
God,
about,
do you have one?
I don't have a Caroline Bandwidth snark, but if anyone wants to create one,
I will.
make
oh my
it.
God,
Oh
I
my God, wait,
will.
make it.
Because
Wait.
you're not somebody until you have haters.
No, this is exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, if anyone wants to make me a snark page, I would
Oh
be
my
happy.
God, I'm going to do that. That's my homework.
So, anyways,
I'll talk about how flat-chested you are.
every comment. No, but we were first of all, okay. So we were talking about it because my friend asked me if I ever posted on a snark page. Like, NYC influencer snarks is a big one too. And I was like, no, never, because I learned my lesson. So you know how like I didn't know a lot about sex because no one
Yeah.
told me, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to watch because
What was that?
I didn't want to watch.
What? Corn?
Yeah, I didn't want to watch. I hate when people do that. Ugh. I don't ruin that vegetable. I don't know.
I love corn.
I'm okay with it. It's like whatever.
Oh.
Sponsor the show.
But I
You didn't want to watch it.
I
so
didn't
you-
wanna
you went
watch
on
it.
Reddit.
So I went. Thank you. So I went on Reddit r/sex, and I like was asking my questions, and I was getting like some really like crazy responses. I was like, okay, this is not the place for me. So I got off Reddit. I was like, I'm not gonna be on there. Then I got on Reddit recently with like the rise of the snark pages, and I'm like, if you're not on Reddit, you're no one. I need to get on Reddit. I need to see what's going on. There's a Barstool Reddit page. Like, I want to see what's going on. So I got on Reddit, and then I started to think about like, oh, like I didn't know that you could click on a username and see everything they've posted.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I had like been posting like, like if I made a Taylor Swift video, like going to like our Taylor Swift and being like, oh my God, you guys, like I posted this video, haha, like do you guys like it? Like, so like obviously my identity's out there in the open. And then I realized that my Reddit name was like carolinebandwidth@gmail.com.
And you were asking like,
I was like asking
how-
like, does it, so what hole?
yeah.
So I had to delete my Reddit. And so I actually like haven't seen what's going on in Reddit in a little bit because I like fully deleted it.
I'll get on
Yeah.
there. Don't worry.
And part of me is like, maybe I'm going to be spending more time on Reddit now that TikTok's getting banned. Like maybe
Yeah.
like that's my new thing. That's my new place.
We don't actually know because by the time this comes out, we don't know if TikTok will be banned or not. We're not sure what's going to happen, but as of right now, it looks like it's going to get banned.
So I, in my heart, am like, there's no way they're banning TikTok. Like, there's just no way. But I also thought Kamala Harris was going to win.
Yeah.
And I like thought like,
And by the way, that's because of all of the TikToks that I watched telling me that was going to happen.
I
Like
know.
they were like, it's going to happen. It's going to be a landslide. And then it wasn't. Here's the thing about the TikTok ban that I'm like kind of confused about. Everyone is like saying, or the government wants to ban it because of national security reasons. They're like afraid that like China is stealing our data, right? But my argument is that like everything we buy in the United States is made
in China.
in China. And your toaster is probably spying on you. Okay?
True.
People have like Amazon, what are those things called?
Alexas.
Echoes? Yeah, Alexas. Openly bugging their own homes, and they're worried about like getting spied on.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time that you started noticing that things that you would talk about started popping up in ads? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was with Anna Burner this past weekend, and she wore these like sweatpants that looked like jeans.
Yeah.
They were jeans, but they looked like they were sweatpants. Okay, and she like said one thing about them. Oh,
And then
my
the ad came up
whole
immediately.
Instagram,
Yeah.
was like sweatpants, and I'm like,
The fact that we as a society didn't like start a revolution, like our phones are just they're listening.
but that's
like,
because like it. Okay, it is like really helpful. Like, you know what I mean?
It's beneficial.
To be
if
to
I'm
be
like, oh
listened
my
to all the
God.
time and spied on.
Well, if I'm like, okay, let's say a crazy thing.
Okay.
Like I'm really wanting diapers for my cat. Cat diapers. I'm looking for cat diapers because my cat needs a diaper and I want a cat diaper. And then
now-
it just
and then you're gonna
shows
see ads for
up.
cat
It's so helpful.
So
Yeah.
Sleepy Joe's the same issue you do?
It's so
Yeah.
good. Good callback.
Wow.
Good callback. Ugh.
I'm really gonna miss edits. What are you guys gonna miss the most?
Oh.
I'm gonna miss local drama, like the bride who washed her makeup off right before the wedding.
That happened
Yes.
recently, though.
Yeah, I love that.
How do you feel about that story? I feel like I don't know anything about makeup or if that's like appropriate.
When someone does your makeup, well, first of all, with a wedding, you're supposed to like get your like
A
you're supposed-
trial.
A trial.
yeah.
Where you're
Wasn't
like,
she doing it like day of or something?
well, yeah, but you before that, she's
No, it sounded like in the story that she like they kind of did like a late.
no, the makeup artist like did a TikTok, and I believe she said like we did a trial too.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. Well, then she's just like indecisive. That's not her.
No,
fault.
I think the thing is every day when you do your makeup, you're so used to the way that you do your makeup, and this is how you look. So when someone else does your makeup, you're like, this doesn't look right. But that's not
Yeah,
true.
Speak up then.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
I think
it's your
looked
wedding
great.
day. I mean, I don't
Do you
want
guys
know
think
what?
about your weddings?
No.
Yeah.
You do? You have a Pinterest page?
A party all about me?
A
think
celebration
about it.
throughout Oz that's all to do with me?
I ask my questions to TikTok.
I know. I ask my questions to TikTok too.
Who am I gonna ask them to?
And I'm like, any kind of footage, even historical footage, I'm like, I got to go through TikTok. I don't know what to do.
Have you downloaded Red Note yet?
No.
Okay, I did.
It's like,
This-
it just sounds
This
like,
app is like it's like communism. The app. It really. It's like everything that people think that TikTok is. Red Note is.
It's just propaganda.
No, it's just like it's all in Chinese. I don't even know what I'm agreeing to. I downloaded
Why
it.
would you
I was
download that?
I don't know because everyone else.
Everyone's
is doing
doing it. It's the number one
It's
downloaded
an
app in the App Store right
and
now.
I'm like, I
Oh.
gotta get the username.
You're
Right?
right.
I
you
saw-
could've gotten
Oh
at
wait,
Chris.
that's so true.
I got
saw
at Chris
Nessa
Barnes.
Rose.
Yeah.
Nessa Rose went on TikTok and was like, "Red Note's actually really like gay friendly."
No, it
Should
isn't
I-
actually. It isn't.
Should I get?
It isn't gay friendly. Literally on the website, it's like no gay stuff. And also they're like
No gay
yeah,
stuff.
they're like that's what
Some of my favorite TikTokers are gay.
well,
What
they're
is
not going to
Jeffree
be
Star
allowed.
gonna
They're not
do?
going to be allowed on Red Note.
No.
It really is like I mean, I go on that app and like I just saw all the issues that TikTok had like basically like community guidelines stuff like not allowing certain videos. They allow on Red Note. The first video I saw was a guy loading an AK-47 and firing it. So, but you know, we got to get the username. So I'm on there.
Yeah, maybe I download it. I just feel
yeah,
like
just-
there's so many apps that like it was like this is the next thing. Like we've talked
Yeah.
about this before, like Lemonade or whatever that
That's
was.
also owned by TikTok. But yeah, there's always like a new app that everyone's just like, oh, this is going to be the new thing. It really is like every 10th app that they say is going to be the new thing is the new thing. Like I remember when people were saying TikTok's going to be the new thing, and it was. Or what's the other one they had in Twitter? It was like Clubhouse.
People really tried to make that happen.
They did for like a few months in like 2021, but didn't really pop off. But I don't know. At this point, you just have to like, I've created usernames for every app that I thought was going to be a big deal
Yeah, that
just
makes
to get
sense.
the username, you know, because I'm afraid I'll have to be like Chris Barnes, like
257.
2578.
Are there a lot of Chris Barnes?
It's a very common name.
There
Yeah.
is like another famous Chris Barnes who's like a singer.
He's the lead singer of a hard metal band called Cannibal Corpse, and he is a white dude with dreadlocks. So
so pretty much
we
on
get
par.
confused
Similar,
quite often. Yeah.
Similar, yeah.
And there's a professional bowler. Now that guy, we are a lot more
Aligned.
We look a lot alike. Yeah. So
There's no other Caroline Banowitzes, sadly.
Yeah. You're the
I
one
don't
and
think
only.
that's sad at all.
I will
No.
say like
You don't need a stage name.
My only
but
goal.
part of me is like maybe I should have gotten a stage name because like
Would your stage name be?
well, there's a few friends of ours, for example, Steph Daggs. Her like real name is so crazy. It's like Stephanie
Dagovich.
Yeah, like it's crazy. And I was like, Steph Daggs is such a perfect Steph Daggs. Mwah. But she
So,
was
Caroline
telling me,
Ban.
yeah. But then she was like, well, I kind of wish I had my full name because it's like so like it is gorgeous name.
Yeah.
Fia James, another one of ours.
Yeah.
I love Fia James. I went to text her. It was like autocorrect the name in your address book to Sophia whatever her real last name is. And I was like, your name isn't Fia James? And she was like,
Yeah.
no. And I was like, I didn't realize people were doing stage names.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's one of those things where it was like, I didn't realize. Like, I didn't know. It's like, I hate that. It's like when you're playing Jackbox TV, when you're playing Quiplash and everyone's using a fake name, but you already put in like
Your real name.
Caroline
and
B.
then everyone has like a funny name.
And then everyone's like, fat hoe, and I'm
Yeah.
Caroline B.
And then yeah, that's kind of yeah.
Everyone's
honestly, your
like-
name though has like a rhythm to it, and I feel like it stands out.
I know. Thank you.
I don't know what would you make. You'd obviously keep Caroline.
There's just some people where like you hear the name and you were like, they
That's
were
a
gonna
good
be
name.
famous.
My name I feel like is like Chris Barnes, 2 syllables,
Perfect.
like real tight, good. Caroline Banowitz, I feel like it's unique enough though, because sometimes you want to be unique, right?
No, I want to be like everyone else. I want to be
No, you don't.
most girls.
You don't want to be like anyone else.
We're on a Haley Steinfeld
Yeah,
kick.
and Selena Gomez.
And Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were talking about other things that we want banned besides TikTok.
Yeah, so I had a list of things
I
that
do
I think
too.
should be banned before TikTok. Do you want me to go through my list a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll go one and one, even though I don't think mine are good.
Okay. Some of these are like things, other ones are more just like concepts, but old people watching the news.
You want that banned? That's like the only thing they have.
No, I think like after 70, you shouldn't be allowed to like consume media.
Oh, agreed.
But then what do they do? Go fish?
Yeah, go. Yeah, exactly.
for their
play
teeth?
games, enjoy life.
That's cute, actually.
Actually, I totally agree with you.
There's like no
Because I don't want
reason.
them to vote.
No, they
No.
shouldn't. And by the way, they shouldn't, because guess what? They're not going to be around long enough to see what happens.
Yeah, there
So
should be a cutoff age on voting because
you reach a certain age,
Yeah.
and then you're hanging out.
you're hanging out. You're
You
having
know,
fun.
you're waiting for your flight. All right, that's it. Okay.
No,
you don't
I
get to
agree.
participate.
I agree.
You should still be able to vote, I guess, whatever rights. But like, stop, because like I don't know. There's so many people in this country that they don't have anything to do, so they just sit and they watch whatever news station they align with, and it rots their brains.
Yeah.
And that's just like they don't become fun people.
No, I know. I
Old people
was
used
looking,
to like knit. No one's knitting
Old
anymore.
people used to knit.
They used to knit. They used to like make scarves for you. Every time you go home to your grandma's, she'd have a new scarf for you.
Yeah, so true.
Or a sweater like that. They'd make like that sweater.
I know, and I'm also 2 for 2 on like grandma sweaters on this
right.
podcast.
Yeah.
But no, I totally agree. Like they should be having fun.
Exactly.
Like,
so no more news for them.
No
That's
more
it.
news for
that
them.
should be banned.
I totally agree.
Make it a law
Mine's
tomorrow.
glass water bottles. Because
Oh, is that because you knock one over?
I knocked over our friend's glass water bottle, exploded everywhere, and I'm like, honestly, that's on you.
And I had to pick it up with my fingers, by the way.
I know, but I was like, some of that's on you guys. Why do you have a glass water bottle?
Yeah. I mean, unless it's like an environmental thing, but maybe probably isn't. I think it's more just like flashy.
Yeah,
Probably costs like
yeah,
$40.
Maybe.
Escalators that don't work or are turned off.
They're just stairs.
They're just stairs.
They're just stairs.
Why even build an escalator if you're going to turn it off?
Why do they turn it off?
I don't know.
I
think
assume it's broken.
they all can't be that
They
broken.
can't all be broken.
No, I think
You think they're like, let's turn it off?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like let's make them walk.
anytime I leave an arena, like a sporting event like Madison Square Garden, they turn the escalators off.
That goes along with mine, which is standing. Like I really just am overstanding.
You're banning standing.
I'm like tired. Like even stand
Standing
up.
limit.
Like why don't we just sit when we're on stage? And mostly like I'm not talking about like walking from one location to another because I actually love walking. I'm fine with walking. I'm just not okay with standing. So like, I feel like restaurants should have like a waiting area if you're waiting for your table.
I feel
And
like
some do.
Yeah, most.
Like Olive Garden.
Yeah, like chains.
But like we need them everywhere. I just think and there needs to be more benches. And I know that
So
like
this isn't really a ban. This is more just like you want more seating.
I want more
available.
seating options. And like
Okay.
I was recently in the new Penn Station.
You mean Moynihan Station?
I sat on the floor.
Yeah, no, there's literally no
I
chairs
sat
there.
on the
Do
floor.
you know why they have no chairs there?
Yeah, I figured.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because they don't want homeless people.
And it's
staying
like,
there.
girl, they're still here. Like
They are right. Yeah, they're.
do you think they're like, oh no, I can't sit on the
And
floor. I'll
by
leave.
the way, they're comfortable with the floor.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they're used
Just
to.
give us all benches.
Yeah.
So that's mine.
Ooh, this one might divide the room a little bit. Taking
women's rights.
yeah, I mean,
And them.
It's kind of a little line with that. Taking babies on airplanes. I'm talking infants.
Okay,
Not a year or more older. I think
so you
like,
say in the first year the baby can't fly.
I would negotiate and say even first 6 months shouldn't fly.
Oh, I don't think they can fly the first
Oh, they
6
cannot.
months.
All right, well then let's expand it.
I
And
might be wrong.
The ones that okay.
I don't know. Let me look it up.
You're not like a baby. Like that's really young.
Yeah, there's like radiation. Too.
I do always think that too, though, because it's like
There's a lot of-
fly to the baby. Like
Also, where
they're
does
taking
the
the baby to
gotta
visit
go?
the family.
Baby doesn't do a conference in Cleveland.
See, leave the baby out.
Yeah. What? Also, where are you going? You have a baby.
I guess like my only thought is like buy noise canceling headphones.
Yeah.
Like they can't leave their baby. You could buy noise canceling headphones.
What?
As young as 2 days old.
Yeah. No,
What?
they're on flights. Too many babies.
They shouldn't even be outside 2 days.
No, I think it's wrong. Or create a baby airline.
Baby airline. I like baby airline.
Have
Like
a baby
dog
airline.
air.
Yeah.
They should have
Bark air.
Yeah, but that's like
they have
literally it's
Yeah.
like a private jet with like that costs $56,000. So it's not really like it's not like
Well, do you want your baby there or not?
Yeah, that's the question. I think like I don't know. If I have a baby, I'm not going anywhere. I'm chilling with the baby for like at least a year, right? Or
I
take
hear
a
you.
bus. I don't know.
Or take a bus.
Take a bus or drive.
Okay, I have some.
Okay.
I'm banning captions, infographics, subtitles, and blogs. Too much reading.
All of those things.
All of those
Subtitles?
things.
Subtitles
Too
I have to
much
defend.
reading.
What if I'm watching Below Deck Mediterranean and I can't understand a
Yeah.
word they're saying? That wasn't very good.
That was okay.
The
Could we
Mediterranean
voice
was good.
over it?
No. The subtitles are great.
No more subtitles. It's too
Why?
much reading. I'm sorry. I graduated college. I'm done.
Okay.
So you're pro
agree-
dubbing.
Pro dubbing.
No.
Yeah, but how do you dub? The subtitles are so you can understand what they're saying. Sometimes.
Yeah, but if you put subtitles on the screen, all I'm going to do is read the screen.
Yeah. Because you.
Why don't
No.
you fucking turn them off?
Yeah.
I'm
Let me
also
have
saying
that
no
one.
captions, like no captions on Instagram. Nothing. No more captions. Nothing.
Just no words.
no words.
Do you want to be like an Egyptian writing symbols? All right. I don't know how I feel about that one. I agree with you with infographics. I say ban infographics.
Yeah, no more infographics. Just tell me what you want me to know.
Yeah. I don't need
Just say
I
it.
don't
Be
need a
like,
pie
here's
graph.
what's happening with the. Like, just tell me.
Okay. You ready? This one is kind of a two-part one, but having to log into websites to use them / having to pay to read articles.
Oh, that's gotta stop.
Yeah.
That's gotta stop. Because here's the deal. I put all of my info in to the cut to
Yeah.
read Ethan Slater's ex-wife's article.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why that was so hard to cancel.
You paid for it?
Yeah, well, I had to. I
And the
wanna
article
read it.
wasn't even that spicy.
You
from
could
my
have looked it
memory.
up on TikTok, where I get all my information.
Yeah, but I like wanted to see it for myself.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I guess I wanted to read it.
Yeah. Oh, you're kind of mixed
Contradicting
messages here.
yourself.
Mixed messages.
Now, what if I preferred her just get on TikTok and speak directly
And
to
do
the
a
camera?
12-part
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
the fuck did I
Like
marry?
Brooke
Yeah.
Schofield.
Literally, I
Yeah.
would much rather do that. But yeah, I'm totally with you.
Okay. Ban that. I don't need to. Also, like, paying to read is ridiculous.
It's so dumb, and it's also kind of just like, where did these people get off? And
Like-
then it's like you have to pay $5 to read this article, or you can have the New Yorker for
Yeah, or
2
like- or
years
like-
for $2. It's like,
or-
how does this make sense?
Or you can just go to like USA Today where they just basically read your article and then wrote an article about your article. So
That's so wild.
you know what I mean? Like
It's
that's
crazy
what they
that that's
do.
allowed. I know.
They do that. And it's what's the point? And also like I understand like newspapers need to make money, but like I don't know, sell some merch. All right? Don't
Sell
make
some
me
merch.
Don't make me pay to read.
Well, okay, back onto that. We gotta stop it with the streamers,
Too many streaming platforms.
many streaming
Well, they're starting to like
platforms.
consolidate a little
which
bit.
I'm excited about. Like the
They're all,
Hulu, Disney Plus is great.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's a lot. Like I'm
By the way,
dishing out cash.
Hulu will like collab with anyone. Like I get Hulu with my car insurance. It's weird. Like I
Really?
literally no, but you believed it because they literally collab with anyone. You know, like it's Hulu, Disney Plus, Hulu,
Spotify, I think, and like
yeah,
Duolingo.
That's right. I have Spotify and Hulu in one bundle.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're
I think I
they're
do
the
too.
whores of the streaming.
But
They're
I
just
do
kinda-
love that they're willing to take any opportunity.
Yeah.
The thing about Hulu too is a little bit of the catfish because sometimes you're on there and you go to click something and it's like you need stars on demand. And I'm
That's
like,
right.
I thought it was on Hulu.
Yeah, or like when you go on Amazon Prime, and you're like, oh, they have it on here, and it's like, no, you gotta rent it.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Rent it?
What does that even mean?
Like what? Or buy it?
Rent.
Yeah.
Redbox?
Redbox I think went out of business.
Redbox was so fun though. You just pull up to the CVS,
Yeah.
and it's always so sunny. You have to put the little thing over.
I
and-
never used it. I went to Blockbuster. Did you ever go to Blockbuster?
Of course, I went to Blockbuster. as a kid.
Yeah, it was great.
They had like video games there too.
They
which
did.
Was cool.
That's what I would always run to that section.
Um,
I think this has already been said by other people before, but overdraft fees. Why do I have to pay? I don't have the money.
you don't.
I don't have money.
What
I
does that
don't.
mean?
Overdraft fees is when, well, obviously someone's never had to.
Oh,
be
someone's
through
rich.
hard-
Someone's rich.
Someone's parents pay for everything.
It's when you like overdraft your account.
When you take out more money than your account has
So like
in your bank.
say like I have $100 in my bank account and I spend $200, it goes negative 100, but
And then
then they
they'll
give
be
you a
like-
fee on top
Yeah,
of that.
so not only do you owe the bank whatever money you overdrafted, then they're like, by the way, an extra $30 for doing that, which is like, I'm already
in college, the amount of overdraft
did it-
fees,
I
I
did
would
it a
get
few times.
so many.
I did it a few times. Yeah, it's so annoying because it's like it's gonna be harder for you to get your money back because I
Yeah.
already am in the red so much. So that's stupid.
You know what I also want to get rid of? This is off the top of my head. This is, improv. The Explore page on Instagram, because it makes me look like a freak.
Yeah, mine makes me look pretty bad, honestly.
And it's like, okay, I looked up one Dr. Pimple Popper video, and now my whole, like, if I go to my Explore page, it's like, whoa, this girl is nasty.
Do you know how hard I have to fight to make my Explore page not just
Boobs.
Yeah, I really have to.
Oh.
And I don't even. I actively.
Girls doing squats.
Yeah, it's like all I can't.
Oh.
I've gotten into now. I'm like going to every like vintage T-shirt page, and I'm like scrolling.
You're looking
really,
up like gay stuff.
I'm looking up gay stuff, but I still go, and it's just like
But I think it's because that's what they're like, oh,
he's a guy.
of course.
He's a guy.
And I think that they kind of do that to me. Like, they're like, oh, she's a girl.
You don't have dongs on your Explorer. You have other stuff.
No, girls don't care
I know.
about that.
They
We're not
don't.
into that.
No, they're
We
not.
tolerate
Penises
that.
are so gross.
What's
They're
it-
really gross.
what's gross?
Penises. They're
Yeah.
really
We're tolerating
gross.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to say another thing. Penises in movies, we're good.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying nudity. We're fine with boobs. But I don't need to see a penis.
Yeah. I feel
Now
like
a
there's-
butt? Okay.
Yeah, butt's fun. A
Yeah.
butt's fun.
You guys like butts?
Yeah, butts are fun. Okay, my next one is NDAs. I want to hear the goss.
Oh my god.
I want to hear the goss. And that goes for,
I'd say time limits on NDAs.
I think there might be time. I don't know.
Are there?
I don't know. But also, like, how, I'm a little confused.
But also at the same time, like, yeah, I'll take money to keep a secret.
I would take money to keep a secret.
Yeah, I would love. Hey, I would love people to come with me, tell me something, and then go. I'll pay you money not to tell anyone. I'm like, yeah, it's great, love it.
That being said, if like any celebrity wants to hang out and like give me some cash for an NDA, like yeah.
I'll take. It's NDAs are secrets for cash.
You want to know what I'm thinking about doing is like making up secrets that I can't tell people. Like we have a friend who hooked up with a celebrity and can't tell us who because they signed an NDA.
That's right.
And I'm like, wait, you could have just made that up.
That's right.
That's like an interview tip though. Like if there's a gap in your resume, like
Yeah.
they tell you, you should just tell them that.
Sorry, signed an NDA.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
actually
exactly.
perfect to do that.
It is. And then they're like, oh,
They're like, wow, you worked.
wow, okay, I want to hire you.
You worked for the FBI?
Yeah.
I did. Can you tell us about that? No.
I think my dad genuinely works for the CIA,
Yeah.
but I'll get into that.
Wait,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, so my dad, first of all, like no one really knows where he was born. He lived all over the place. And then he has all these stories that like don't really add up. And so we're all like, oh, Robert works for the CIA. And it was like a joke. And then he's like, no, guys, like, I don't. But like, this is actually kind of a crazy story. One time I got pulled over in the middle of nowhere by a cop. I was expedient or whatever. And he was like, okay, hand me your license. And he was like, oh my gosh, I don't have my license on me. And the cop was like, no worries. We'll just look up your name in the system. They look up his name in the system. He doesn't show up. The cop is
Oh,
like,
he's off the grid.
this is only possible if you're in the CIA. Like, where's your badge? You have to tell me if you're in the CIA. And my dad's like, I don't know what you're like, I'm not in the CIA.
Your dad
and I
might
think
be
he
like,
told
he
us
might
that
be in the
to
shadow
tell us
government.
off, to like throw us off the scent.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the perfect way to be like, why would he tell us that unless...
Wait, so your dad
I
was-
almost am afraid we should cut this for the safety of your father.
Yeah. Your dad
And
is
when
in
I
the
was
Illuminati.
younger, we almost had to move to DC a lot. We almost had to move to Canada a lot. We almost
Okay,
moved to
Does
your
he
New
have a
dad
York.
might
LinkedIn?
be
Does he have a LinkedIn?
warlord or something.
I don't know.
Is he
I
in,
kind of
like-
doubt it.
Is he in like gun running? Does he supply weapons to like
No,
countries
like
in
what he
Africa?
tells us is he's like an entrepreneur who like
Oh my-
buys and sells companies.
Oh no.
It's like,
I-
what does that even mean?
I think your dad might be
The
an arms
CIA?
dealer.
No, and like my
He's,
dad
like,
is the type of
vaguely saying,
agent where
like-
he would like question people. Like he wouldn't be like out in the scene like doing like parkour.
Selena
He'd
Gomez
be
in the
like
scene?
interviewing like, you know.
Yeah, but you were saying every few months he'd run into the house and he'd go, "We got to move to Canada." He'd say that every once in a while.
Oh my god, maybe we were in trouble.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "We got to go
Witness
to
protection
DC.
program.
Stuff's going down."
Princess protection program. Oh my god, I could have been in the princess protection program.
You literally could have recruited by the CIA. Do they like kidnap you and put you in a van? Like that's how I imagine it. They don't just like
No.
come and are like they don't send you an email and are like
No, I think
hope
you go
this-
to a school.
I think
I
I
hope
think
this
I think
finds you
it's
well.
formal. I think like whatever is beyond the CIA, they will probably blindfold you. and-
because they're not gonna send you an email. or a message on LinkedIn, they're gonna show up at your house and put a bag over your head.
I don't think the CIA,
Like Rita and
I don't
Amelia
think that they're
Press.
that. I don't think that they're that cool, but I do think that there are government agencies that will do that. But I feel like they might have an email. Sadly,
You think they have an email?
You do
Yeah.
a training program.
yeah.
Someone
I
in
think
my
they're
high
kinda-
school
I think
did
they're
it.
much lamer than you would think.
You know
honestly.
Anonymous? You guys know Anonymous.
Yeah.
The hacking group.
Oh yeah.
I think a
Love
lot of them
them.
ended up working at the CIA. First of all, where have they been?
They've been
Where
tweeting.
have
they're
they
kinda
been?
Like, they're kind of like lame now.
Well, I think they were disbanded.
Well, they're like they'll like say like something's gonna happen and then nothing happens.
Girl,
They're like you
get
bet-
on TikTok.
They like tweeted. They were like you better not ban TikTok and then like that's
they tweeted that?
Yeah, they're like tweeting. It's kind of bad.
Oh my god, they're standing up for us.
They're doing brand deals now. It's not good.
Oh.
They're doing like
They went on the Tarte
they're like
influencer
yeah,
trip.
they're
Yeah,
on the
they're on
Tarte.
Tarte.
It's like it's just the
It's
guy in the hood of the
Ken,
mask.
Brianna.
Yeah. But
Anonymous.
no, they're doing like they'll tweet
Maureen.
something like anonymous runs on Duncan hashtag Duncan partner. Like it's not good.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I know I need them like to be doing shit again. I need them to be like logging into like my Netflix. I want to be
Did
watching.
they ever do anything?
They got it onto Fox News. We were watching Fox. I wasn't watching Fox News. Fox News was on, and they like basically like crashed the server, and we're like, "Hey, it's anonymous."
Really? You sure that just wasn't like a commercial for like a new Purge movie?
No, maybe.
Okay.
No, I definitely have seen it. I've definitely seen. They were so cool.
I don't know. I feel
I'm
like
pretty
they haven't done
sure-
anything.
Did you see their faces?
No, they were the masks.
No, they do. The
Oh my
mask
god,
thing.
do you
They
think
do
they're
the-
hot?
No,
No, they're
no.
so gross.
They've got to be
probably.
the gross.
They're computer hackers.
Yeah, those people are never hot.
They're hot
But
in
Rami
movies.
Malek is like,
Yeah, they're hot in movies.
Rami
not in
Malek,
reality.
I could see one like sometimes.
He
It's
looks like he needs to eat
sometimes
some
every
food.
so often a like weirdo gets a hot body. Do you know what I mean? Like you ever talking to someone and you're like, why do you look like so hot? But like you don't know you're hot. You don't use it. You're not even interested in it. You just like happen to have like a crazy hot. And then sometimes vice versa, where you're talking to someone, you're like, you're a hot guy and like a not hot body. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. Wait, I had a question for you guys. Okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about work crushes? Harmless, as someone who's in a relationship. Harmless? Dare I say necessary to get up in the
I think
morning
it
and go to
depends
work?
because
I think work crushes. Go ahead. You want to go first?
well, I think it depends because I like will be like, oh my god, that person's so my crush, but I don't like mean it.
No, of course not.
I've had like a work crush or two.
Oh my
in
God.
my day.
Okay, well, that's not.
Cheating.
Yeah, I mean, this was mainly for the girls,
Okay.
obviously.
All right.
I think
Were you
it's
dating other
okay.
people? Not
no,
me.
I just like having. I mean, having a crush on someone isn't dating, but I think
Were
honestly.
you dating other people?
No.
When you had this crush.
No.
Oh,
no,
well, then
I'm
that's
specifically
fine.
saying like that episode of Gilmore Girls where she's at Yale and she gets a crush, and then whatever his name is like, that's okay.
Logan?
Yeah.
Well,
Remember
Logan
he's like,
doesn't.
"That's okay."
Logan didn't care about her. First of all,
No.
he never cared about her. Don't trust a blonde boy.
Work crushes I think are good for productivity.
I agree.
You know, you get stuff done.
And my work crush is like so fake.
Wait, who's your work crush?
I can't tell you right now.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. I do think that work crushes are perfectly fine. I think if you guys start texting,
Oh my god.
that's too far. If you're in a relationship. But I think work crushes are fine. But when it gets to like Pam and Jim level where it's like
no,
of course not.
you're like with
it's weird.
it's weird.
No,
Going
like,
back
you
and watching
can't
The
talk to
Office.
them.
Yeah.
No.
You look from a distance.
No, you can
oh,
talk.
that
but they
is
can't.
totally fine.
No, they-
Yeah.
That is totally fine in any instance. But crushes are totally fine. I only think when it's like we're yapping, we're absolutely like chattering it up, we're texting, like I'm having more giggles with him than my man's. That's where it's like, oh,
Yeah, it's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. But that's not a work crush. That's literally like a work significant other, like a boyfriend. Like that's.
Yeah.
I'm talking like work crush is like I have a crush on that person and I'll say hi to them in the hallway.
no, that's fine. Who cares?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
You know, maybe it'll be on the same team every once in a while, and you'll talk a little bit, but you're not like communicating.
No, if you have like a Slack channel
Yeah.
that you sent them and like you guys
Maybe you send them one thing and they react with a haha, and it like brightens up your day. But Jim and Pam, that is. By the way, I go back and watch The Office, and I'm like, that's not. Also, Rashida Jones, the other girl, what was her name in The Office?
Karen, I think.
She was.
She was the victim.
By the way, a better girlfriend.
Yeah, she was a great
motivated
girlfriend.
him. Motivated
Oh
him.
yeah, she did.
Tried to get him a higher job. Made him like got a new haircut. Made him dress nicer. Like kind of improved his life
What I
significantly.
will say is, looking back though, the way that Roy treated Pam, I was like, were they in an abusive
Oh,
relationship?
100. Yeah, of
Well,
course.
He beat
remember?
her. He
Yeah.
beat her.
Yeah.
Behind closed
I don't know if he
doors.
beat her, but he like didn't care about her at all. The whole thing's messed up. Also, like, I don't know, like Jim, like go look for other women. Why are you only trying to date?
Yeah,
the
and also like,
receptionist?
how crazy for the Secret Santa he wrote her that letter that was like, "I'm in love with you. I've always been in love with you." What?
Yeah.
It's your coworker. What if it
He's
backfired?
kind of out of his mind. Also, he was bullying an autistic coworker.
Yeah. Okay, that's something that we're not ready to talk about.
Okay.
As a society, we're not ready to talk about the fact that Dwight was autistic and he was getting bullied.
Like, Jim is a bad guy. Like, he is a coworker who's a little nerdy and a little crazy, and all he did was just ruin this man's life.
No, he's very lucky that Dwight didn't
Like,
show up at the
yeah,
office with a gun.
Yeah, and just
he's
shoot up.
Very
He
lucky.
would show up with weapons.
He,
but like
he
he's-
had weapons.
He's lucky that he didn't like full on
the
Degrassi.
office should
shoot
have
up that
ended
place.
with Dwight coming in with a sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah.
That's how it should have ended. Okay.
And honestly, he'd be justified.
He would be justified.
He would be justified.
Yeah.
But what you want to know what I will say about The Office that was realistic was a boss who had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah.
An underqualified boss.
Yeah.
Who just was like doing whatever. Like that's so accurate.
I do like how
Not at my company.
I do.
Yeah, like what are you
Not
trying
at
to
my
say?
company, but at other companies.
One of the biggest potholes in the
Barstool
office.
logo behind you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not at my company, but like every other job I've had. What are things that like really shaped you, like that you saw like in high school or middle school? Because I will say, like, I think Gossip Girl.
Oh my God.
That's why I'm so mean.
Gossip Girl.
That's why I can be so mean.
I was thinking about this. Like, there's something that everyone is like in the top 1% of like
Of
being able to do
enjoying?
or knowing.
Okay.
Like for you, it might be Selena Gomez in The Scene. For me, it's I feel like I've seen Gossip Girl more than anyone on this earth.
Okay, you
I
want to know what's
genuinely
so
think that.
crazy about Gossip Girl? And I saw TikTok talking about this, but I've always been saying this, is that Chuck Bass tries to assault 3 different times in the
Oh
pilot.
yeah, she
and
had
he
me
becomes
watch-
the most sympathetic
Yeah,
character.
he-
He becomes the biggest stand.
We're watching.
gets
Remember
Monkey
we
the
watched a few
dog.
episodes of Gossip Girl. You were trying to get me to watch it, and we were watching it, and one guy's just a rapist. That's his character, and then Caroline's like, by the way, this guy. He's the most likable guy by the end of the show.
Yeah.
I was like, the guy who's trying to assault like a teenager.
But I'll never forget where I was when I saw the episode where at the end Blake Lively goes, "I killed someone," and I was like, "What?"
Oh my God, I remember where I was when I watched that for the first
Who
time.
did she kill?
Gasped.
And how did she kill?
No, she
was just
didn't
a
even
party
kill him.
girl.
She was in the room when he overdosed.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
But
she
it's
was
like
making it all
she
about
gave
herself.
that's
him-
unrealistic. Rich people wouldn't feel guilty. They'd just be like, yeah, whatever, it happens. Like that's how they'd react to that.
So true.
They'd be like,
Jeffrey
people are
Epstein.
always overdosing. Walk in Manhattan, okay?
I have 4 things to be banned that I'll go through really
Please.
quickly.
Okay, please.
The first are aimed at you two. Girls being prettier than me.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Boys being blonde unless they're Draco Malfoy.
All right.
Oh, I
well,
like that.
That's
Romance
Silly.
tropes except enemies to lovers. So then everything has to be enemies to lovers.
I like enemies to lovers.
And then adults using Snapchat.
Oh, adults using Snapchat does need to end.
the sad thing is that I like my manager's like you have to post on Snapchat Spotlight, so I have to go on Snapchat and like post up.
You wanna-
But it does feel very weird.
You know what I'm kind of over
Like
too?
pervy.
And I this isn't a
Yeah.
political statement, but like presidents, like, okay, we get it, you're in charge.
Yeah, it's very RA energy.
It's like, okay,
Ew,
we
you wanna
got
be in charge.
it.
Anyone who
Everyone
runs for
voted
president
you.
is a loser. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Like that's like, oh, you want all the power, nerd. Like, I don't know. It's like so like you ever been in a group of people and like one person really wants to be in charge, like is trying to like
Yeah.
a bachelor party or a bachelorette party where there's like one person's like, okay guys, it's 9 a.m. we gotta get in the butt, like that person. No one likes that person, and that's what a president
I
is.
just want a chill president. Someone who's not going to ban TikTok.
Someone who everyone was like, you should be president, you should be president. He's like, yeah, and I said
No.
he. He's like, no, I just want to hang
Yeah.
out.
Like, honestly, like,
And then he gets pushed into
Yeah, and then
it.
he's just like, I guess.
And
yeah,
then
like,
Yeah.
and then he's like in
Me?
the Oval Office and he's like sees a hot intern and he's like, all right, get in here.
Yeah,
Bill?
you're describing Bill Clinton.
yeah, now we're
really.
talking about Monica again.
Yeah,
We've
now
just
we're just
basically
circling. We
repeated
only have two
everything.
topics
No,
to
I'm
talk
also,
about.
but I just want to say I'm on Monica's side. That was a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like a chill president, like someone who's like, oh, we're at war, guys, chill. Let's hang out. Let's go golf.
I think we need a 19-year-old president.
I think we need a president who has like a TikTok presence. Like, if you want to be president, you have to have a TikTok presence. Like presence, you can't like come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But that is the
It's like
thing. Like in
Hollywood.
30 years, they will have had.
No, Mr. Beast.
all of their life
Mr. Beast
online.
will be president of this nation.
You
I'm
think?
calling it now. Yeah. Mr. Beast or name some other streamer or something. They will be.
David Dobrik.
I don't know.
Wait, have you seen those videos of him being like really buff? Is that real?
Yeah, he got
Yes.
I thought it was AI.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird though because he has a head of a husky person.
His head is like still the same. I was like,
He
it's
lost
AI.
no weight in his face and neck.
I think it's AI.
No, it's real.
I won't believe it till I see
What do you
it.
think he's been doing the last 3 years? He hasn't been making videos. I don't think. He's just been in the gym.
Is that documentary ever gonna come out?
No, of course not. He almost killed his friend.
It's like so lame.
And he like allowed assault to happen under his watch for views.
YouTube
Whatever.
used to be fun and crazy.
No, this is what we're talking about.
And
we
we're
like
bringing
toxic
it back.
people, right? We like some people go a little too
Trisha
far.
Paytas should be president. I'm like just someone fun.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
she might be.
completely.
Joe, you don't think Joe Rogan would make a run? I feel like he'll make a
Joe
run.
Rogan will probably make a
Yeah.
run.
No, podcaster or
Elon
streamer
will definitely make a run.
wasn't born in the United States. South Africa can't be president. Sorry.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he's like talking about how American children are dumb.
Yeah. He's not
He's
from
not from
America.
here.
Yeah.
He doesn't get us.
He doesn't get us. Also, all of his children hate him. So, like, and also
He probably.
by
I
the
wonder
way,
if he can name
calling
them all.
American.
them.
By the way, calling American
Those
children
things.
dumb. You named your child like XWYZ12, right?
Well, it's like a solve for X like thing. It's like
yeah, but it's stupid.
no, I know.
It's so stupid. He's gonna get bullied now.
We have to cut this because I want to have Elon on the pod one day.
Yeah, I don't think he'll fit in one of these chairs, honestly.
I'm trying to do an
What are
impression
you
of Elon.
doing? Are you having a stroke right now?
Yeah, Carolina. That's how he talks. I don't know. I can't do it.
Okay.
If we want
Impressions.
to go to Mars.
Impression
If we
segment.
want to go to let's do an impression.
Impression
segment.
segment. Pick
you-
a name.
Yeah, Genevieve, give us a name. We'll
Give
do
a
an
name.
impression.
Monica Lewinsky. Okay. No.
More.
How do you like me? How do you like? Did I tell you about how they were talking about like what lesbian sex is?
Yeah,
and I was like, I think lesbian sex is just like more. How do you like me? How do you like me? There's a clip from Sex and the City promo where they do that. All the girls, they just cut to each one of them. They go more. How do you like me? How do you like me?
Okay, give us an impression.
I don't know, like Jennifer Aniston,
Oh.
Kristen Wiig.
I'm Jennifer Aniston.
Like you just made your mouth to the side. That's all you did.
Oh.
Give me a guy.
I'm Jennifer Aniston.
Bill Hader, Kyle Mooney.
Wait, can we not do like comedians? Can we do like?
Christopher Walken.
No, that's like.
A Foo Fighters.
No, can we like not give me? All right, 2
I've
things.
just named like 10.
Yeah,
men.
but those are
Okay,
like
I'll give you
comedians.
one. You give me one.
No,
Bernie Sanders.
1%. I don't know. That's all I have. 1%.
Okay, give me one.
AOC. We're doing politicians.
You have to look at the numbers and then I don't know.
I don't know what she
AOC
sounds like, but that
like.
kind of sounded accurate, honestly. The sass. She got the sassiness, which
Yes.
I like.
So you have to look at the numbers. I have no idea what she sounds
Yeah,
like.
but that was accurate. Yeah.
Can you do Kermit the Frog?
Okay. Give me a sentence to say. I'll say this, Kermit.
Say,
Miss Piggy,
is that
take me
pussy
back.
green?
Oh.
No, it's not. Okay, you want me to do that? You want me to say that?
No.
Okay, I didn't think you wanted me to.
Cynthia will have
Remember
a
we were
heart
doing that
attack.
bit that was like we were gonna make it a sketch, and it was like you were gonna be in an HR office, and then like you were like, yeah, he's just really been inappropriate recently, and they're like, all right, come on in, Kermit, and I'd be like,
Well, she's lying, that skirt, she just wanted me to make those comments.
You're actually pretty good at it.
thank you.
I'll do Miss Piggy.
Okay.
Kermit. Me.
Wait, can you do Miss Piggy when she gets mad and she's like, wait, okay, now
Kermit.
I want you to do an impression, but please pull the microphone away from your mouth when you do this because it will blow
Is
out
it
the mics.
Beaker?
No, I want you to do R2D2 screaming.
Oh, yeah, this is my
All right.
best one.
Yeah. No, mic away.
It's good.
I've never seen Star Wars.
Ah.
Loser.
It had a little phlegm in it, but it was good.
No, I lost it.
Yeah,
How
you
does it
lost
go
it.
again? Wow. He goes, wow.
It was like, yeah. So R2D2 will get blown up like every other
Okay,
Star
the thing
Wars.
about R2D2 is that he actually gets electrocuted 5 times in every Star Wars episode.
every Star Wars he gets like shot up, and he's fine by the way.
He's
gets, like,
fine,
lit
by
on
the way.
fire.
Oh.
He literally
Yeah.
is
He's a
like,
robot,
you know when people's
right?
houses burn down, but like their Stanley Cup is still there, or like
Yeah.
the JBL speaker still works? That is
That's
R2D2.
Yeah, he'll, like,
He's indestructible.
That's right.
And like all the other little guys are like flying off the plane, blowing up, and R2D2's like,
People are getting decapitated. That's the fun thing about Star Wars, which I like growing up, was that like people. It was a violent movie. Like I remember, like,
but it's robots.
yeah, but then they have like C-3PO and R2D2 are like the comic relief. But the scene before, you'll watch a child witness his father get decapitated in front of him.
Yeah.
And then they'll cut, and it'll be like then it'll be like C-3PO being like, R2, where are you? But like a man just got decapitated.
Yeah,
like, 2
R2.
seconds ago.
Yeah, it's so crazy that they're the comic relief.
Yeah, they are. Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about? Episode 2.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they have the fight, and then you see Jango Fett get his head cut off.
And then his son runs and grabs the head.
yeah,
and
his
then
son lifts up the head.
C-3PO was like, oh, that's gonna take a lot of therapy.
Yeah.
R2D2, where are you?
Yeah, he's
R2.
like, there's one scene where they're dragging his C-3PO's. So C-3PO also got decapitated, but he's still alive. And R2D2 was dragging his head, and C-3PO goes, "Oh, this is such a drag." Meanwhile, a child is holding up his dead severed head.
The other thing about C-3PO is I think that he's supposed to be the smart one, and then R2D2 is supposed to be like the like kind of like whoa crazy one.
Yeah.
C-3PO is such an idiot.
He's such an idiot.
He's such an idiot, and he's so
also
annoying. And the only reason why we think that he is smart is because he has a British accent.
That's right.
And why does he even have one?
Half the people in Star Wars have British accents. Now, I actually know the real reason.
Why?
Because they filmed in London, but that's behind the scenes.
R2D2, and he's also like not a good hang. C-3PO.
No, he's such a well. That's why I like Han Solo, because he just tells him to shut up for the whole.
And he also has a weird belly button.
Yeah, he does a weird.
Chewbacca's a way better hang.
Wait, C-3PO's kind of wearing a crop top. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
His wires show. He has midriff in his wires.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
What is he?
It's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else do you want to talk about?
Do you know what I did for the first time in a long time?
What?
I went on an original city bike, like no pedal assist.
Okay, so you went on an acoustic city
An acoustic city bike, because I was at the stand. I needed to get to New York Comedy Club. I was running very late, and all the electrics were not working. And if you don't live in New York, basically for some reason, City the Bank like got into the bicycle business for some reason. Because I imagine a lot of people don't know what we're talking about. Like
It's like
City-
Michelin star being like a restaurant thing. It's like,
Yeah.
why you have no business
They
here.
make tires. Why are you reviewing restaurants?
Yeah.
Exactly. But like City, the bank, for some reason now rents bicycles, and they have for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
There's the original City bike. Then there's the electric pedal assist, which, by the way, is basically a Tesla bicycle.
It's awesome.
You can go 90.
It's so fun.
You go 90
I'm
miles per hour
flying.
for no reason. They're so dangerous, but so fun.
No helmet.
No
3
helmet.
drinks in.
It's a great time. But they're not always available, and
No.
sometimes you got to use an acoustic city bike. And I took an acoustic city bike for the first time in like 5 years. Wow, am I out of shape? I mean, I went half a block, I was gassed.
Yeah,
I
they're
felt like I was
terrible.
700 pounds.
Yeah.
Also, they just like don't work. Like you can like strengthen
Gears.
they're not even gears. They're just like intensity.
Toys.
There's no gears. There's no switching of gears. It just goes from like working, like just kind of spinning your wheels, not working, to like being really hard to pedal. I mean, when was the last time you rode a original city bike?
Honestly, probably like a couple of months ago. But what I will say, the other thing too, is like the brakes never work.
Oh yeah, brakes
Which-
never work.
The brakes never work on the city bikes, which is like fun when you have the electric one, to be
Yeah.
honest. But it's like, oh, not only do the brakes not work, like I'm not even moving. Like you have to stand to pedal.
That's right. Have you ever been on an electric that died?
Oh my! There's nothing worse.
It's the worst because
it's
then it
such
becomes
a heavy
because then
bike.
it becomes a very heavy
It's
regular bike.
And I live like on the other side of the Williamsburg Bridge, so I'll bike it, and like it's like such a heavy bike. It's like
Yeah.
unbelievable.
It's a nightmare.
It's so bad.
Have you seen like the kids in New York City that like they'll ride a electric city bike and they'll like put their friend in the basket?
Yeah, it's so
with their
dangerous.
legs
That's
out?
horrifying.
Those kids, they're just not afraid of death.
They're not afraid of death.
Kids
Well, they're
in New York
from
City-
New York, so they don't care.
Yeah, kids that grew up in New York City, like I grew up on Long Island, like the suburbs of New York City. So like I always felt like I was like, yeah, I'm a New Yorker, but I'm not really a New Yorker.
I think that's the
compared to
thing
them.
about living in New York City is you're just kind of like whatever, live or die. Whatever.
You've seen a lot.
I've seen it. Yeah.
You've seen a lot. Oh, we have the last segment that we should do on the pod. We are calling free plugs. No, we don't have any sponsors, but I think it'd be fun if we like shouted out just businesses that we like, you know?
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
You know? Okay, so I want to do a free plug for Berea Tacos. I don't
Yeah,
even know if that's how you say them.
We
right.
go there a lot.
Berea.
In New York, there's a bunch of different locations.
There's 3 locations. These are the greatest tacos I've ever had in my entire life. They're amazing.
Yeah, they are so good.
They're so and the best part about it is that when you get the tacos, guess what? They come with a little soup that you dip the tacos in.
And that doesn't come with the soup. You have to buy the
No,
soup.
that's right. You have to buy it.
You definitely have to buy it.
You have to buy it, but they highly encourage you to do that, and it's the smartest
And
decision.
I encourage you to as well. And then maybe if you're not into tacos, you could walk down the street and go to Thai-licious.
Thai-licious in the Lower East Side.
Yeah, and the waitress there will talk shit with you, and
She will talk shit.
her.
Yeah, she's great. We ran into her the other day, and she's like, "Where have you been?"
And I was like, I moved. I used to live in the Lower East Side, so
Yeah.
I used to go and talk shit with her all the time. I miss her. What? I guess that's like it for this time.
That's it. We have 2
As
very.
if a restaurant would ever
guess
be
so.
like the presenting sponsor of Just
No,
Eats for
I think we
Good.
just want to like shout out like random businesses. I don't know.
Thai-licious and
that.
Barrera Taco.
Bria.
Bria.
We don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce
And I'm not
it.
gonna
That's
ask.
how good it is.
I don't
even
care.
ask. Bria Tacos. I think it's Birria.
I'm not gonna ask.
Tacos. I don't know, but it's fantastic. They're
good.
amazing. Go get them. You don't need to go to this particular, but you just go get those types of tacos.
Williamsburg.
Yeah. And that's it. I mean, we'll have some new free sponsors, free plugs. Sorry. You know, anything else you want to talk about before we?
No,
we
I think
go?
that's it. And I think I love you guys.
love you
Whoever's
too.
listening, I wonder how many listeners we have. 10?
4,
Okay. Well, I love all 4 of you.
14. Let's combine them.
And you guys are the best. Bye bye.
Yeah.